Welcome, and today I'm going to show you how to make this very quick and easy ornament Christmas card. It says Season's Greetings, and it's three-dimensional. It uses the silver glimmer paper and some cardstock and satin ribbon. So simple but so gorgeous. Definitely a glam card, and here we go. I have two other cards here you can see that don't have the greeting yet. When I first made this, I got some feedback that said it didn't need a greeting. It was just so glittery and beautiful that we could just leave it as is. But I went ahead and wanted to show an option that did have a greeting so that it clearly stated, you know, this is Christmas time. So here we go. Start from the beginning. First, we need one piece of crumb cake cardstock. This is cut down to 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And we're going to fold it in half and crease it with our bone folder. Trusty bone folder always makes every crease so perfect and sharp. Your cards don't slide around when the guest or the receiver of your card opens it up. So here you go. And then we'll set that aside. Then the piece of silver glimmer paper that I was telling you about, I've already punched it, but I'm going to show you what I did. It's actually a little bit longer than we needed to, but I didn't want to fuss with where to put this punch. See, you know, you could go in a little bit or a lot of it, and I just wanted to be able to stick it all the way in and punch. So that's why I made it a little bit longer, and I'll show you what we did. So then out would have come one of these gorgeous little silver ornaments, and later, maybe in another video, I can show you how to turn these into a quick Christmas tag. Gorgeous. So there we go. That is going to get adhered on to our very vanilla piece of cardstock, and we're going to use some snail adhesive for that, Stampin' Up. Super strong. You don't need to use any other type of adhesive. It definitely will do the job. I only put it around the edges for that reason. You don't need to go ahead and waste it away in the middle. So I'm going to line it up in the center here. Perfect. And then remember I said it was a little bit longer, so I'm going to trim off that extra silver glimmer paper. It's just so beautiful. I hate even wasting this scrap. I'm going to have to find another card to do another project to use these in. There we go. Okay, so that part is done. Then we need to go ahead and cut a strip. Here's Stampin' Up's very vanilla satin ribbon. The thing that I love about this the most is that it's silky on both sides. When you go to, you know, another department store or craft store or hobby store of some sort, a lot of times it's satiny on one side and not on the other, and that's just, it's just cheap, because then you have to worry about having the ugly side facing out when you tie your bow. Ugh, it just frustrates me. So anyway, Stampin' Up is amazing. It's satiny, silky on both sides. Beautiful. So I went ahead and punched this opening because things aren't going to adhere very well to the silver glimmer paper, but they will to the very vanilla cardstock. So I put a little bit of snail there to hide my unfinished end of very vanilla satin ribbon. I'm going to wrap it around the back, and I went ahead and put snail here as well. And go ahead and stick your end of very vanilla ribbon there too. That's the ribbon that the ornament is hanging from. Then we're going to go ahead and make our 3D, move this to the side, our 3D ornament. This is made out of Mocha Morning Designer Series, Specialty Designer Series paper from Stampin' Up. And it requires you to punch out 3 ornaments from the Mocha Morning paper, like I was saying. I have some strips here. And I'm just going to slide it in. You'll be able to see me using the punch in action now. Punch out 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll use this strip for another card later. And then we're going to fold each of these in half, the pretty side in. We're going to be snail adhesive-ing these guys together, so we don't want to snail our pretty side together. We want to snail the white plain side together. So I'll go ahead and fold that one in half. And this one. Okay, now they're all folded, so we're going to tape. Oh, that one's out. Need a new one. Okay, we're going to tape this one like that. Line them up. Stick the white sides together, and then do another one. Line them up. Stick the white sides together. There you go. Fan it out, and there's an ornament. Here you go. Finished. Then, like I said, we want to stick it to our very vanilla opening. If you tried to stick it straight onto the silver glimmer, it wouldn't stick very well. It's just so glittery, it's difficult to get things to stick to it. But with our punches, you know that every punch you make is going to be the perfect size. So when I made this 3D ornament, I knew that definitely it would fit into another ornament opening. So there we go. 3D ornament is on. Show you how that looks. And now we need to go ahead and stick on our bow. I went ahead and pre-tied a bow out of the very vanilla satin ribbon as well. And we're going to use our handy dandy glue dots. Here, Stampin' Up! Mini glue dots. Pull it out of the box to attach it. Now these things are very sticky. I don't recommend trying to get it off with your finger. It's going to get stuck to your finger and it's quite a pain to get off. So I take my bow and I'll go ahead and push that down onto the glue dot and pull the glue dot right off. It's on the bow right there. And put it on the top of my ornament right above it. You can always fidget with your bow or trim the edges how you see fit later. Then flip it over, tape up the sides of the back of our very vanilla piece. One more, a little here. Flip it over and onto the front of our crumb cake folded piece of cardstock. That's the base of our card. Center. And on it goes. So now I have 1, 2, 3 gorgeous ornament cards. I don't want to forget that last step. If you decided that you did need a grading, I'll show you how to do that. I use Stays On ink, and I am featuring Curly Cute. There's also many other messages that you could use from many Merry Messages. This is another stamp set that Stampin' Up! Sells. It's gorgeous. But this one is a clear block stamp set, and we're going to use Season's Greetings. I just loved the font. Pull it out, comes like that. And the nice thing about this with clear block stamps is that you can put it on your block. You just push and it sticks. If for some reason it's not sticking, you just need to Windex your block and then it'll stick again. And I can see where I'm going now. So when I try to line it up, I can see through the clear block. I'm going to go ahead and use my Stays On black ink. I like to say that this is my juicy ink pad, so you don't need to press down too hard. Just enough, and many times is good because then you know you get a nice good coat. So there we go. And then this is why I love scraps. Here's a scrap of my very vanilla paper, nice and long. I'm going to go ahead and use, since it's clear, use my clear block, stick it down, and lift. There we go. Trim off the excess. Usually, I never use scissors for this kind of thing, but it's totally fine in this case. I'm going to get a sponge. I have a binder clip attached to it. Dip it into my Stays On ink pad and scuff up the edges. It's just going to help this stand out a little bit more. And the color combination here is just so classic. When you're distressing, I always like to say less is more, and then if you need more, add more. But if you put too much on at first, you can't take it off. So there we go. I want this to be a little bit darker up here. Done. Now, in this card, you'll see that it's popped up a little bit, just to give it a little bit more drama. And I used dimensionals to do that. Here's the Stampin' Up! Dimensional bag. You can see that I've used almost all of them already. But these ends, don't throw them away. They're very valuable. You can still use them. So I'm going to go ahead. I ripped a little piece off, stick it on. Rip another little piece off, stick it on over here. Oh, these nails. They're good and bad. Hard to get paper off, but they look gorgeous. What are you going to do? Okay, got that off. Here's my message, and stick it on. Voila! So there you go. Cute. Here's another one. I should say glamorous. Thank you.